And the CFPB has been served. That is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the agency created under Dodd-Frank, tasked with overseeing consumer protection laws. Ironically, the CFPB architects are swinging through the revolving door and are alleged to be profiting from the protection laws they wrote. The House Oversight Committee launched an investigation on former CFPB employees and sent a letter to the agency stating senior CFPB employees, including Raj Date, Gary Reeder, Chris Haspel, and Mitch Hochberg, have left the CFPB in order to profit from the rules they helped create. CFPB's former deputy director, Raj Date, is alleged to have started a cottage industry around the CFPB's new qualified mortgage rules. At the CFPB, Date helped write the stricter standard on mortgage loans that some have criticized as too strict and would price millions out of the housing market altogether. At a financial services hearing, however, Date told lawmakers the CFPB was trying to keep people out of homes they can't afford.
We're also trying to put an end to mortgages that, as a practical matter, destine consumers to fail.
And that they did. According to Date's estimates, the new qualified mortgage rules cut $1.5 trillion out of the market. Millions now don't meet the CFPB standards and are therefore being turned down for funding. Date told the Wall Street Journal it's just way too hard for good people to get good mortgages today. Just 1 month after these rules were implemented, Date recognized the business opportunity and left the CFPB to return to his roots in the private sector. He started Fenway Summer LLC, an advisory firm that focuses on, wait for it, helping borrowers who do not meet the new CFPB qualified mortgage standard. Not a bad move, considering this is, again, a $1.5 trillion industry he helped create that his firm is uniquely positioned to cater to. Even federal lobbyists in D.C. are saying they've never seen the revolving door swing so fast. To assist Date with his new endeavors, he called on his old buddies from the Bureau. The head of capital markets at Fenway Summer is Chris Haspel, who was the export mortgage residential servicer at the CFPB. And before that, he serviced millions of dollars of loans for the Government National Mortgage Association, Ginnie Mae. That would be the kissing cousin of Fannie and Freddie, who are supposedly being wound down after receiving billions in taxpayer subsidies. The general counsel of Fenway Summers is Mitch Hochberg, the former senior counsel in the Office of Regulation at the CFPB. He is your go-to to help navigate the regulatory burdens of the Bureau. Fenway Summer even has the former CFPB Chief of Staff, Gary Reeder. As Chief of Staff, he was responsible for staffing the Bureau during its inception. Remember, the CFPB is just 2 years old. It's a brand new agency, not of the federal government, but of the Federal Reserve. And Gary Reeder helped hire all the new employees. Who better to call when you need to make a call to the CFPB than the guy who hired everyone? Fenway Summers says there is no conflict of interest because they're not directly lobbying the CFPB. Instead, they're advising businesses. But why would they need to lobby the CFPB when they helped build it? They already know the ins and outs of the Bureau. The CFPB claims the qualified mortgage rulemaking process was transparent and public comments were considered. The government watchdogs speculate the profits that were to be made after the rule passed were also considered. So congratulations, Fenway Summer. You have managed to create an entire industry by adding to the 80,000-page Federal Register, then teaching us how to read it. Is this what economic growth has turned to in this country? Instead of creating an actual service that adds real value, like engineering or public relations, businesses are turning to the government to convolute the markets so someone else has to come back in and clean them up. Probably not the best use of resources.